The Tutors by Emma Williams and Karina Valentine, Ninth grade, Lincoln Park High School. Rights and responsibilities, two crucial parts to a functioning society. Rights that give people power and a sense of involvement, and responsibilities, which are the duties a monarchy should take care of. The Tudors were one of the most influential royal families of England. The reign began with the Battle of Bosworth, also known as the War of Roses, when Henry Tudor defeated King Richard III. Their massive monarchy influenced many ideas, including the creation of the Church of England. To the right, you will see a crest for the Tudor family. Notice the roses at the bottom, demonstrating their victory in the War of Roses.
The Tudor reign and the effects of their creation of the Church of England demonstrate their responsibility to their people by providing with the better church. The Tudors believed the people were entitled to divorce without having to pay money to the church. Many events occurred throughout the Tudor reign, but the building of the new church by Henry VIII was one of the most influential because people left the Roman Catholic Church and moved to the new Church of England. Our project will prove why the Tudor era was important to the English monarchy, and the picture that you see to the right is of Henry VIII, basically, and of his reign over the people. The Tudors were responsible for the well-being of the country. Because they were an absolute monarchy, they should be able to provide for their people. Before Henry VIII and the Tudor era, people started to realize the church was using them for their money and not really providing them with an honest service. This made the people angry, and they started to leave the church so that they wouldn't take their money.
One of the causes of this event was Henry VIII's want for a male heir. When his first wife had no success in having a son, he wanted to divorce her. But the bishop would not let him, as it is against Catholic rule. So a stubborn Henry went off and created the Church of England with the consent of the Pope. People favored this new church as they didn't have to pay ridiculous amounts of money to have a wedding or baptism. And the image to the right shows Henry with his 6 different wives and their names. There were many rights that were violated for the people. They were treated very unfairly by the Roman Catholic Church. They abused their power by asking for money from the people, and if they didn't receive this money, they wouldn't be absolved of any of their sins, and they could not be married or baptized. Henry VIII took this into consideration because it affected his opportunity to divorce his wife. Because she could not bear a son, he decided to make a new church for the people called the Church of England that would allow him to divorce her. This event probably occurred for months to make everything possible. In the end, Henry VIII ended up making a new church for the people so they didn't have to pay unnecessary fees. To the right is an image of the first Church of England, created by Henry VIII.
When the Church of England was finally complete, people were thrilled. Henry had accomplished a new church for the people where they wouldn't have to pay fees for things such as divorce and baptism. Henry VIII did this in order to be able to divorce his wife because she was not able to bear a son and better the people. Henry VIII had a duty to his people, therefore making it his responsibility. And to the right, you see a picture of the word divorce, basically for the reason that Henry VIII wanted to divorce his wife. People looked positively upon the new church and decided to leave the old one. People no longer worried about their money being taken from them, but they joined the church for all the wrong reasons. People got what they wanted, and Henry VIII did as well, therefore benefiting both sides. Theoretically speaking, it was great for nearly everyone, but it's not great that a brand new belief system was made from selfishness.
This event was important because it was a new belief system that allowed everyone, and not just the wealthy, to get married and baptized. It had the changes the people needed because of their lack of money, and the changes the king wanted in order to have a divorce. Henry VIII contributed to the idea of absolute power, showing that people that have power have control over nearly everything. To the right is an image of 2 hands shaking, showing the mutual happiness between this new church, between the people and the king. Henry VIII's greed and carelessness for his subjects actually helped in his radical endeavor, and commoners then felt better since they no longer had to pay to get married or baptized.